Yes, Gbenga. Yeah, London. Yeah. I might crush your head.
Liberating people it's a movement. It's a movement. It's not about the shirts. Right now we're out speaking about our movement through t-shirts. You can catch our shirts, our movement, our struggles, our endeavors at weareliberated.com. But what it is a company, an organization, an organism that highlights the liberation dates of individuals, your individual liberation date. So we use eco-friendly printing, but right now we have this umbrella that we've created over the company of mass incarceration, which is what we are going to be pushing our focus towards as far as addressing those things. As someone who grew up in the United States, the nation that incarcerates the largest amount of its own citizens, especially people who look like me, it's a very important issue, but it's not unique to the United States. So liberating people, we address those issues, and we just don't highlight countries or people or nations that have been liberated. We highlight, even more importantly, people who are struggling for liberation, because this is what we have in common. And one thing that I recognize being out in the streets with all these different people who look different, have different races, speak different languages, is that we think our pain is unique to us. Like only black people suffer this way, only women suffer this way, only young black people suffer this way, and that's not the case. Like there are people all over the world who are out there in the streets fighting for the same things, same rights, and had been for a while. So I wanted to make something that was kind of emblematic of that, something that spoke to it, because I felt if we acknowledged that, we highlighted it, like we'd be stronger. Like I'm not alone. My Mexican migrant brothers and sisters are out there, doing the same thing. We have the numbers. We've given them the power, but they never had it. We have the numbers. My main inspiration, I think a lot of it was my traveling around and seeing some beautiful movements of people focusing their energies. It's funny because after a lot of these trips, I realized that there are two people who go out and put their lives on the line when it comes to speaking truth to power. It's the people who can afford actually to not work and travel and go and fight a cause. They may have a trust fund, or if there are families that sponsor them, whatever, to go and do whatever they want. And then there's the people who cannot, that they don't have any choice, that this is all they have. If they don't go out there and fight for these rights, they're dead, they're hungry, they're illiterate, so on and so on. So usually I find it's those two types of extremes that are out there fighting, and that inspired me. I think a lot of it also comes from my background. My family's Nigerian, and I was born in the States, but we used to be homeless. We lived in shelters in DC, and then lived in projects my whole life until I fell ass backwards into a wrestling scholarship that took me to university and kind of changed the vector of my life. So taught me to speak real good. I can talk like this, and so my education. I think I'm inspired by people. I love people, and if that's my inspiration, it's unending. So liberation means, free from judgment. Free from judgment, like breaking those chains of judgment from others, like standing in your own way, telling yourself no before other people tell you no. I can't abide that. So I break free, damn it, I break free. I lose these chains. That's what liberation means to me. It's like just being free to be who you really are, and not limited by the world or your own limitations. And that's including judgment you put on yourself, So some people it's a certain financial freedom. Some people it's falling in love or getting out of love or whatever. We want to honor what your liberation is. I've been pretty fortunate as far as my career as an actor. It's enabled me to be a part of all these different social movements, to get involved, which is what the company is about, getting up and getting involved. Whether it's you don't have to travel to the West Bank or to Israel or wherever. You can go down the block, go to another neighborhood, go help somebody you've never helped before. There's all types of ways of getting involved and becoming more liberated. To me, that's the mission, just bridging that gap, both ways. But it is difficult. To me, I think that's a well-lived life, trying to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
Buy a t-shirt.
Yeah. Liberate people.
Yeah, you.
So that, man, that's it.
No, yeah, your face said a lot.
No.
You know what? Liberation Day. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, Adrian.
This is Gbenga Akinnagbe from Liberated People. We're here in London with Blackmail Beats doing mad good things.
Listen to the house.